let's talk about Dallas, because last night Dennis Smith Jr. returning to the Mavs lineup after missing 6 straight games under, let's just call them questionable circumstances, scored 17 points in the win over the Clippers. That snapped the team's 4-game losing streak. After the game, Rick Carlisle, very vocal about how happy he was. Quote, "I thought he was really great, just really tremendous, everything we needed, speed, attacking, shot making, a couple of amazing assists."
Wow.
It's been tough for him being away from his teammates. He played one of the best games since he has been here. Tracy.
That's probably the most praise that Dennis has gotten.
Has ever gotten. I mean, first of all, do players see this, right? Obviously Rick is trying to patch up what had been a rocky period.
Let me tell you what Dennis Smith did when he saw this. He rolled his eyes. Yeah, right. I mean, the trust is broken, right? You know, you drafted me, used a lottery pick on me. I'm thinking I'm coming in to be, you know, the face of the franchise. The next year, you draft Luka Doncic. Everything goes to him now.
Which it should, by the way.
Which it should, absolutely. Yeah. But he should feel some type of way, and everything that's been going on with this guy. As a player, like, you feel some type of way when, you know, you were promised a certain thing and you're not getting that because they went and drafted somebody that's totally come in and just wiped you out, and you're forgotten about now.
I will continue to maintain that they can play together and that Dallas should have an interest in developing them to play together instead of cutting bait now. However, I read those Rick Carlisle comments and I translate them as, you should definitely trade for this guy.
Oh, he's so good.
Really, really good.
There you go.
Please trade for him.
His eyes.
I mean, look, I obviously, Rick is doing the smart thing. I don't want to he needs to repair this relationship
absolutely.
As long as Dennis Smith Jr. is on the team. And clearly something went awry here. They put him on the trading block so publicly. Mm-hmm. Everybody was talking about it. As you say, if you're DSJ, you're like, come on, wait, I was a lottery pick last year. And also a lot that came out during that period was that Rick Carlisle, the reporting was that Rick Carlisle thought that Dennis was difficult or that the relationship wasn't good there. And I think that is what, more than anything, he might have felt a betrayal of trust over. We'll see if Rick can make him feel like an important part of the team. The relationship between Luka and Dennis themselves is reportedly very good, that these guys get along fine. It's not beef between the two of them.
It shouldn't be.
And yeah, I mean, I'm sure that the Mavs would like to get his trade value up, and that can really be done on the court. So if he has more games like last night, it'll help everyone. Kenneth Faried, now a Houston Rocket, the former Nets forward, back in New York tonight to face the Knicks. Faried told the New York Daily News the Brooklyn front office wasn't honest with him while he was there. Trace, this is more of what you're talking about. Quote, "Tell me if you want me here or not, because I'm a real honest player. I'm going to give you my heart, give you my all, and I wear my emotions on my sleeve. I'm not going to be happy if you keep lying to me and telling me false statements." I want to bring back, Tracy, when we talked about the Grizzlies at the beginning of this segment, Marc Gasol and Mike Conley talked about how the owner called him to say, hey, we're going to start exploring trades for you. I think players appreciate that kind of stuff, right?
Absolutely appreciate that. I've been in a situation that he's talking about, Kenneth Faried, where I was coming back off surgery and I was promised, you know, all this, I was put through the test of what I had to do to get back on the court, right? You got to go through these tests. I passed the test. Every test that they threw at me, I passed it. I still couldn't get on the basketball court. So I'm like, yo, what is going on? Like, they were lying to me, and I was getting frustrated. And in that frustration, I started coming out publicly, saying some things, and it just didn't work out. So I understand his frustration.
I think it's important to note that we don't know what the Nets actually said or what he's specifically alleging that they said. I'm just happy Kenneth Faried is playing, because I think there's a place. The NBA has evolved away from big guys who can't shoot and don't protect the rim, and that's true of Kenneth Faried. There's a place for him in the NBA. Like, if Dwight Powell can be a backup center by rolling and dunking and playing hard, Kenneth Faried should be able to be a backup center. He brings great energy. He's a great offensive rebounder. Like, I'm happy he's playing again.
And this is, relationships are complicated, right? When you say, oh, who knows, whatever said. Sometimes two guys can be in the same conversation on the same phone call, Dell Demps and Boogie Cousins, and walk away thinking two completely different things. It's a credit to the organizations who manage that stuff well, because you can see how easily these little hair trigger things, guys get broken apart and upset with these teams. So it's why good management is part of having a good team.